Hi everybody, I'm QB for Culturalist Theory, and in this video we are ranking the 7 studio albums from The Bachelor with the most famous pony around, Ginuwine. This list will not include compilations, his TGT collab with Tyrese and Tank, or his Christmas album. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Super thanks if you love it. Meet us in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss a list. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to it. Number 7, Elgin. This was Ginuwine's most recent release, and unfortunately it's not his best. It came out in 2011, 15 years after his debut, and using his government name. So you could guess that this was going to be a mature personal album, and there is some of that. G picked up most of the writing for the 6 of 11 tracks on the standard version. That includes lead single, What Could Have Been, Body, and Why We're Fighting. He enlists Tank to write on Heaven, and 2 tracks from Diane Warren, Break, and How Does the Heart Forget. These are mostly slow and steady. Kidnapped and Batteries featuring Trina provide a much needed fun change of pace on the album, but overall there's not much to write home about. Number 6, Back to the Basics. This album was intended to be a reunion of sorts between Ginuwine and Timbaland. Officially there's no beef, just 2 men on 2 paths with scheduling conflicts. This led Ginuwine to spread his wings and work with a variety of producers like Jazzy Faye, The Underdogs, Trackmasters, and one of his mainstays, Troy Oliver. This complicated his transition into the adult contemporary lane and compromised the cohesion of his project. The 2 singles, When We Make Love and I'm in Love, failed to chart on the Billboard Hot 100, complicating matters with Epic, who allegedly released Ginuwine's compilation album with virtually no promotion to get G out of this deal. Number 5, A Man's Thoughts. It's an underrated album not available on streaming sites at the time of this recording, but it's worth checking out. We've heard Ginuwine do up-tempo and dance before, but there are some elements here that are new and work if you're open to it. There's also classic Ginuwine, which is refreshing after some of the other tracks that have to grow on us. Highlights include One More Time for Love, Last Chance, and Bridge to Love featuring Brandy. There's also Trouble, which actually has a version that's solo Ginuwine, one featuring Bun B, and a remix with OJ the Juice Man, Gucci Man, and Hurricane Chris. In 2009, Ginuwine wasn't exactly at his peak, so it makes sense that this album only sold 38,000 in its first week. Number 4, The Bachelor. In 1996, Ginuwine was just a bachelor looking for a partner, and what he got was a hit. Pony was co-written by the late Static Major, RIP to him, and produced by future super producer Timbaland. Ginuwine and Timbaland were both part of the swing mob founded by Jodeci's Devontae Swing, also known as the Basement Crew. Missy, Magoo, Tweet, Stevie J, and others were part of this collective. Pony was a single featuring emblematic Timbaland production and Ginuwine's sensual but not syrupy vocals that set this debut off. Following Pony, Ginuwine released 5 more singles to support the album. Deep cuts to check out are Lonely Days and I'll Do Anything, I'm Sorry, which sounds remarkably like Aaliyah's 4-page letter.
Baby, I get many problems. Someone come to you, but your ass don't want to be bothered.
Up a little bit more. Tell us if you can hear it in the comments. The album peaked at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and went on to sell 2 million copies. Sidebar before we get to the top 3. When we thought about it, although they're not considered rivals or to have any beefs, we wonder why Ginuwine and Usher don't have any tracks together. Why do you think that is? The closest we see them is on Diddy's I Need a Girl with Usher on part 1 and Ginuwine on part 2. So what's your theory? Drop it in the comments. Number 3, The Senior. Ginuwine's 4th album was the first to top the R&B hip-hop chart. The Senior is a bit more aggressive with an intro delivered by heavyweight champ Mike Tyson and a couple of bops. Hell Yeah, co-written and produced by R. Kelly, features a few bars from Baby aka Birdman, and the remix at the end of the album adds more Kel's vocals and the clips to the original Birdman verse. The other bop is Sex, featuring his wife at the time, Soleil. The Senior has a sweet midsection too, made up of singles In Those Jeans, Stingy, which is also a single off the Barbershop soundtrack, and Love You More. One of the best 3-track stretches on an R&B album. Ginuwine touts his growth and coming into his own on this album, and we have to agree. Number 2, The Life. Following the death of both his parents within a year of each other, Ginuwine also made this album without frequent collaborator Timbaland. Troy Oliver and Cliff Jones had no problem picking up the slack. Ginuwine delivers his most personal album and heartfelt performances. Differences is probably the most recognizable of the songs. It spent 4 weeks at number 1 on the R&B hip-hop charts and peaked at number 4 on the Hot 100. Written for his then wife Soleil, this song was played at weddings here, there, and everywhere. We know you remember the Hype Williams video too. The song There It Is, which came after his feature on Timbaland-produced Nas' track You Owe Me, was the other single that made some noise, peaking at number 18 on the R&B hip hop charts. Remarkably, Timbaland only produced one track for Ginuwine on his album, That's How I Get Down, which features some early bars from Ludacris. After his number 3 debut on the Billboard 200, The Life eventually went platinum. Number 1, 100% Ginuwine. Ginuwine's sophomore album, aka The Orange CD, was his second release with 550 Music through Epic Records and his second to reach double platinum status. 100% Ginuwine is also almost 100% Timbaland, as he produced all but 3 songs on the album. We start off with 2 funny-ish interludes, but once the music starts, we hit another premium 3-song stretch with What's So Different, So Anxious, and None of Your Friends' Business. Standouts on the back half of the album are Final Warning featuring Aaliyah and Same OG. There's also a remake of Michael Jackson's She's Out of My Life to wrap up the record. Many of the songs are extended by skits, ad-libs, and generally letting the beat ride for an experience that's 100% Ginuwine. That's it for this week's list. Leave us a comment below and let us know if we got it right. What's your favorite track from Ginuwine? And should you try that group thing again? I'm QB for Culturalist Theory. Don't forget to like, super thanks to support, and subscribe so you don't miss a list. I'll see you next time.